Hey everybody, Jada Griffin here, Community Lead. We're at Sony headquarters checking out the new DualSense Edge. All the new features that they've shown off in the trailers and on their website, it's got what we hoped for. The customizable profiles for different games, all the different button mappings, everything you think this controller can do, it probably can.
The DualSense Edge is the new premium version of the DualSense controller for the PS5, offering advanced customization options and a variety of new features. With the ability to adjust button layouts, sensitivity settings, and even haptic feedback and adaptive triggers, the DualSense Edge allows players to tailor the controller to their specific playstyle. It also has new function buttons, back buttons, and the ability to store and quickly switch between multiple controller profiles. The DualSense Edge has a fancy new touchpad that features a repeated pattern of face buttons. There are new function buttons below the analog sticks, which are used to reprogram buttons on the fly, and around back, there's a pair of new switches next to the triggers, which let you adjust the minimum and maximum range for pulling the triggers. Its textured grips are a welcome improvement over the current DualSense offerings, and you can easily swap out the thumbstick caps with any of the 6 included in the box. Or, with the flip of a few switches, remove and replace the analog stick modules as a whole. Arguably, the biggest selling point of the controller is the 2 slots on the back, which allow you to insert any combination of the 4 back buttons included. Everything in the package adds up to what many want in a premium controller. Connecting the DualSense Edge adds a new menu to the PS5 settings section where you can customize the controller's inputs. You can disable or double up on button inputs, swap almost any input to another, and adjust dead zones and sensitivities. An on-screen image mirrors your inputs, giving you an easy-to-understand visual representation of what you're doing on the controller and how it will affect the output. This made it extremely easy to make minor or major adjustments and immediately understand how it would affect my actions in-game. The DualSense Edge can store 3 customizable and 1 standard profile on the controller itself, giving you access to them no matter where you are, even if you connect to a different PS5. Profiles can be swapped mid-game by pressing the new function buttons along with the corresponding face button. This enables you to map different control schemes to different profile slots for any game you play, giving you the flexibility to adjust your settings on the fly. You can even store up to 30 controller profiles per PSN account on your PS5 and slot them into the 3 customizable locations as you see fit. Being able to instantly swap the sensitivity of my controller based on whatever weapon I end up with likely won't match the precision of a mouse and keyboard on a PC, but it definitely has the potential to help shrink the gap. The DualSense Edge is slightly heavier than the baseline controller, but it's balanced quite well, moving most of the weight to its center so it's hardly noticeable. The new function buttons are easily accessible without obstructing your standard inputs, and give customization I've never had before in a controller. The controller's new back button options are also likely to be popular, as they give you access to 2 additional inputs for games that require a lot of inputs, or controls that you want to access without having to take your thumb off the analog stick. You can use them to mirror another button, giving you 2 options for that designated input, or unbind another button in favor of using the back button for its input. The buttons felt solid during my hands-on time, and they were sturdy enough to be used for various button mashing events in God of War Ragnarok. The only thing I was a bit put off by was the thin casing covering the analog sticks, which has a glossy finish that felt a bit cheaper compared to the other parts. But that is a small cost in exchange for the ability to easily swap out the analog sticks should they ever begin to suffer from drift. Overall, the DualSense Edge is a highly customizable and versatile controller for the PS5. While its price makes it a steep ask for the average player, its advanced features and customization are poised to make it an excellent choice for PS5 players looking to take their gaming experience to the next level. For more on the DualSense Edge PS5 controller, check out our DualSense Edge episode of Beyond, where we discuss various aspects of the controller, and for everything else tech, peripherals, and PS5 related, stay tuned to IGN.